Every human being carries within them a magnificent power, an invisible force that shapes destiny, commands circumstance, and builds empires out of imagination. Yet most never learn to use it. They drift through life allowing emotions, doubts, and opinions of others to dictate their state of being. But the truth is this: nothing in your outer world can ever rise higher than the strength of your inner world. If you want to create the life you dream of, you must force yourself, yes, force yourself, to build the strongest mindset imaginable. Because your mind is the workshop of creation. Every experience you live begins as a thought, a belief, a mental image projected with feeling. The weak mind hesitates, complains, seeks comfort, and avoids discipline. The strong mind chooses its thoughts deliberately, stands tall in adversity, and turns every challenge into a stepping stone. The weak mind reacts, the strong mind creates. You must decide which one you will be. No one ever became powerful by doing what was easy. Strength is forged through resistance. Steel becomes stronger in the fire, and so does your mind. Every difficulty, every moment of uncertainty, every fear that whispers, "You can't," that is your gym. That is your training ground. And if you run from it, you remain small. But if you face it, if you persist, you grow beyond your own limits. You begin to master yourself, and once you master yourself, the world bows before you. You must learn to command your thoughts. The mind left untrained will wander to fear, failure, and limitation. It will replay your past and keep you chained to what was. But you are not your past. You are what you are choosing right now. You are the builder, the architect, the director of your inner movie. You have to take the director's seat and rewrite the script. You have to tell your mind what to think until it obeys. This is how you build the strongest mindset, through repetition, focus, and emotional intensity. There will be mornings when your body screams to stay in bed. There will be days when your mind tells you that it's too hard, that no one cares, that success isn't meant for you. Those are the moments that define your destiny. In those moments, you must rise. You must force yourself to do what your weakness resists. You must move forward even when it hurts. You must choose discipline over desire, faith over fear, and persistence over excuses. Because the one who wins in life is not the one who never falls, but the one who refuses to stay down. You are not here to live an average life. You are not here to repeat the same patterns, to drown in mediocrity, to be another name lost to time. You are here to awaken the power within you, to expand, to dominate, to rise. And to do that, you must make your mind unshakable. You must decide that nothing external has the authority to break you. Not rejection, not loss, not failure, because all of those are illusions. They test the strength of your inner foundation. When your mind is strong, you see rejection as redirection, loss as lesson, and failure as feedback. Everything begins working for you the moment you stop fighting reality and start mastering it. Building a strong mindset is not about pretending life is perfect. It's about commanding yourself to stay in alignment, even when everything seems to collapse. It's about holding the vision of what you desire when the evidence around you screams the opposite. The strong mind does not react to the outer world. It transforms it. It remains calm in chaos, certain in uncertainty, and faithful in the face of fear. That level of control comes only when you have disciplined your inner dialogue. Guard your mind as you would guard your most precious treasure, because it is. Every word you repeat, every image you entertain, every emotion you allow, these are seeds. They will grow whether you are conscious of them or not. So take responsibility. Plant only what you wish to harvest. When your mind begins to drift to worry, stop it. Replace it with certainty. When it drifts to doubt, replace it with belief. When it drifts to excuses, replace it with action. That is how warriors are made, not by chance, but by command. Understand this: motivation is temporary, but discipline is permanent. You cannot wait to feel ready. You must train yourself to move regardless of how you feel. The weak live by emotions, the strong live by decisions. Your emotions are like weather, sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy, but your decision must be like the mountain, unmoved. The day you stop allowing moods to dictate your actions is the day you take control of your destiny. There is an energy that comes from self-command. It's the quiet confidence of one who knows they can handle anything. When you build that kind of mindset, life stops intimidating you. You stop chasing things. You attract them. Because you no longer vibrate from fear or lack. You walk with certainty, knowing that every thought you project is a creative force. You know that your focus determines your future. And when you know that, you stop wasting energy on doubt. The strongest mindset is built in solitude. It's built in those silent hours when no one is watching, when it's just you and your inner battle. It's built when you turn away from distraction and confront your deepest limitations. When you stop running from your fears and start transmuting them into fuel. When you stop blaming others and start taking radical responsibility. When you stop waiting for the world to change and start changing your perception of the world. That's when transformation begins. Most people want success without discomfort, growth without challenge, freedom without discipline. But that's not how the laws of the universe work. To receive more, you must become more. To become more, you must do what your old self resists. You must confront laziness, doubt, procrastination, fear, and destroy them with action. You must say to yourself, I will no longer be controlled by weakness. Then prove it daily with your thoughts, your habits, your consistency. Every time you push through resistance, you expand your power. Every time you overcome fear, you rewire your brain for courage. Every time you keep your word to yourself, your self-respect multiplies. And once self-respect is high enough, you stop tolerating mediocrity. In your actions, your environment, your relationships, your self-talk. You become ruthless with anything that threatens your peace. That is what strength truly is, not arrogance, but mastery. You are a limitless being, but your power is only as strong as your mind's discipline. The body follows the mind. Circumstances follow the mind. Destiny follows the mind. So build it. Train it, sharpen it like a blade until it cuts through fear, doubt, and limitation. Speak to yourself with authority. Affirm your greatness. Visualize your victory. Do it until it becomes your natural state. There will be times when you feel alone on this path, when others will misunderstand your focus, mock your vision, or call you obsessive. Let them. They speak from their own limitations. Do not shrink to make them comfortable. The strong mindset does not seek validation, it seeks mastery. You owe no one your explanation. Your results will speak for you. Greatness is not born, it is built. And the builder is you. You must carve your thoughts like a sculptor carves stone. Every day, chip away at doubt. Every day, polish your focus. Every day, align your imagination with your desire. Until one day, the masterpiece that stands before you is a mind so powerful that reality bends to it. Because the truth is simple, life gives you not what you want, but what you are. And you are the product of your mindset. So build it strong enough to withstand any storm, determined enough to rise after every fall, and fearless enough to claim everything that belongs to you. That is how you become unstoppable. That is how you create miracles. That is how you build the strongest mindset. By refusing to be anything less than the highest version of yourself. When you wake up each morning, understand that the battle begins the moment your eyes open. The world will pull at you from every direction. Distractions, fears, past failures, other people's opinions. These are all tests, silent invitations to return to weakness. But the one who is building the strongest mindset does not bow to these voices. You must become aware of them, watch them rise, and then consciously choose strength instead. Every thought is a choice. Every reaction is a test. Every moment is an opportunity to practice mastery over self. You cannot wait for motivation because motivation is like a spark. It fades as quickly as it appears. What you need is inner command. That unshakable decision that says, no matter how I feel, I will move forward. This is the force that builds unbreakable men and women. The moment you act despite fear, despite fatigue, despite uncertainty, you begin to separate yourself from the average. You begin to build a different kind of identity. You are no longer someone who waits for change. You become someone who commands it. The strongest mindset is not about pretending nothing affects you. It's about remaining centered no matter what does. Life will send storms, and most people will crumble because their inner foundation is weak. But when your mind is strong, you don't beg for calm seas. You learn to sail through the storm. You realize that your reaction to events is far more powerful than the events themselves. This understanding frees you from victimhood. The external no longer defines you because you've taken full authority over your inner world. You must learn to talk to yourself as a leader talks to his army. Your thoughts are soldiers. They await your command. When you allow negative self-talk, you are commanding your army to retreat. But when you speak powerfully, with conviction, you lead your mind into victory. You say, I can handle this. I am capable. I am in control. These are not empty affirmations. They are orders to your subconscious, and your subconscious obeys. The more consistently you give it direction, the more it builds your reality according to those commands. A strong mind is built in silence, but revealed in storms. When everything falls apart, your mindset is exposed. Do you panic, complain, give up? Or do you breathe, focus, and find a way? That's when you see how much inner work you've done. Every breakdown is a mirror showing you where you still need to strengthen your thoughts. And that's the beauty of life. It's not punishing you, it's training you. Every challenge that feels unbearable is there to build your mental muscle. You cannot build a strong mind while remaining addicted to comfort. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It seduces you into softness. The moment you stop pushing your limits, your mind starts decaying. The strongest individuals are those who deliberately step into discomfort. Cold showers, early mornings, discipline in habits, consistent work even when no one claps. These are not small things, these are rituals of mastery. Every time you choose the harder path, you sharpen your inner steel. You tell the universe, I am ready for more, or do not underestimate the power of repetition. What you feed your mind daily becomes your identity. If you repeat weakness, you will live weak. If you repeat power, you will embody strength. It's that simple. Train your thoughts the way an athlete trains their body. Consistency is everything. Feed your mind with knowledge, with affirmations of strength, with images of your ideal future. Protect it from the poison of negativity. gossip, and fear, because your environment is food for your mind. If you stay among those who doubt, you absorb doubt. But if you walk with those who believe, you rise to belief. Understand that pain is not your enemy, pain is your teacher. Every successful person you admire has suffered. They have walked through darkness, loneliness, and fear, but they did not stop. Pain was the tool that carved them into greatness. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is not talent, not it's mindset. It's the ability to keep moving when the body screams stop. The ability to hold vision when all evidence says it's impossible. That inner refusal to surrender is what defines a strong mind. The mind you build must be stronger than your emotions. Feelings change like the wind, but truth remains steady. You must learn to act not because you feel like it, but because it aligns with your purpose. If your goal is freedom, discipline is the path. If your goal is peace, control of thought is the key. If your goal is success, persistence is the foundation. Every time you let emotion control your action, you weaken your mental fortress. But every time you act from principle, you strengthen it. There will be times when the world goes silent. No applause, no recognition, no proof that your effort matters. These are sacred times, because in silence, you meet your true self. You begin to build a relationship with your mind, to see how it tries to escape, to quit, to justify. That's when you must stay. Stay in the silence. Stay in the work. Stay in the discomfort. This is where transformation happens, not in the noise of success, but in the quiet of persistence. Force yourself to visualize your ideal state every day. See it so clearly that your mind believes it's already real. Feel the emotions of success before success appears. Because the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between imagination and reality. It responds to the emotion behind the image. So feed it powerful visions. See yourself calm under pressure. See yourself confident, abundant, unstoppable. The stronger your inner image, the faster your outer world rearranges to match it. This is not magic, it's law. Most people sabotage themselves because they live in conflict between desire and belief. They want greatness but believe they're not worthy. They dream of success but think it's too far. This internal contradiction weakens the mind. You must unify it. Decide once and for all that you are worthy, capable, chosen, and prepared. Then act from that identity. When your belief aligns with your desire, power flows effortlessly. Building the strongest mindset requires detachment from external validation. You cannot build inner power while needing others to approve of you. You must become so rooted in your truth that praise and criticism mean nothing. The weak mind craves validation. The strong mind creates it from within. When you no longer depend on others to feel good, you become free. That's the highest level of mental strength. To remain peaceful regardless of circumstance. You must also learn to control what enters your consciousness. The mind is fertile soil, whatever you plant grows. Movies, music, conversations, news, these are seeds. What are you allowing to take root? Guard your attention fiercely. Give your energy only to that which builds you. Every distraction steals your focus, and focus is the foundation of power. A scattered mind can't build anything. A concentrated mind moves mountains. Every morning, remind yourself of who you are becoming. Not who you are, not who others think you are, but who you choose to be. The strongest mindset is not built in a day. It's sculpted daily through intention. You must program your mind deliberately. Write your affirmations. Speak your truth aloud. Declare your vision until it imprints deep within your subconscious. You are not repeating words. You are reprogramming identity. And identity is everything. You will never act consistently in a way that contradicts your self-image. If you see yourself as weak, you will find ways to fail. If you see yourself as strong, you will find ways to win. So create the identity of strength. Speak as though you already are the person you wish to become. Think, move, and decide from that state. The outer world must conform to the inner conviction. The strongest minds are calm under chaos. When others panic, they observe. When others react, they respond. Because they know one thing: energy flows where attention goes. They never waste attention on fear. They invest it in creation. And because they remain unshaken, life bends in their favor. The weak mind reacts to appearances. The strong mind creates through faith. Faith is not blind, it's disciplined imagination. It's the knowing that what you hold within will manifest without. Discipline is the bridge between intention and manifestation. Every day you practice control over thought, word, and action, you strengthen your spiritual backbone. Discipline is not punishment, it is liberation from chaos. It gives you power over yourself. Without it, your potential remains scattered. With it, your energy becomes focused, sharp, unstoppable. There will be moments when progress feels invisible. When the old you whispers, "Why bother?" That's when you must dig deeper. Because transformation happens below the surface. Just as seeds grow roots before they sprout, your inner growth happens in silence before the outer change appears. Trust the process. Keep watering your thoughts with belief, your actions with consistency, your emotions with faith. Soon, what was invisible will become undeniable. The strongest mindset is forged through solitude, repetition, resilience, and awareness. You must constantly observe your thoughts. Ask yourself, does this thought serve me? If not, replace it immediately. You are the guardian of your mind's gate. Nothing enters without your permission. Master that, and you master everything. When fear rises, don't fight it. Understand it. Fear is not real, it's imagination used incorrectly. It's the same creative power that could be used for faith inverted. The moment you redirect that energy into confidence, fear dissolves. Every fear faced consciously becomes fuel for strength. Every moment of awareness increases your control. When you truly build the strongest mindset, you begin to realize something profound. Nothing outside of you has any power except what you give it. Circumstances are neutral. People are mirrors. Events are opportunities. All meaning comes from your perception. Change perception, and you change your world. The outer is just reflection. The inner is cause. So stop begging the world to be easier. Ask instead to become stronger. Ask to become so mentally powerful that no obstacle can break you. No rejection can shake you, no delay can discourage you. Because the one who has mastered the mind has mastered life. When your mind is disciplined, your emotions obey, your energy aligns, and your results accelerate. Never forget, greatness is not built on convenience, it's built on consistency. Every day you choose discipline over distraction, belief over doubt, action over hesitation, you lay another brick in the fortress of your mind. And when that fortress is complete, you become a force that nothing can defeat. Keep building. Keep pushing. Keep commanding your thoughts until they serve you perfectly. Because the world belongs not to the strongest body, not to the loudest voice, but to the one with the strongest, calmest, most focused mind. The greatest battle you will ever fight is not with the world outside you, but with the voice inside you. The voice that tells you to wait, that whispers you're not ready, that suggests you take the easy road. It hides behind logic, disguised as reason, but its real name is fear. And fear will remain your master until you decide to face it head on and claim your throne as the ruler of your mind. The moment you stop letting fear speak louder than faith, your entire life begins to shift. That shift, that quiet inner revolution, is the foundation of the strongest mindset. To build that kind of mind, you must live by principle, not preference. Preference changes daily, blown by mood and comfort. Principle remains steady, anchored in truth. You must decide what you stand for, what kind of person you are, and what standards you will never lower. Every time you act in alignment with those standards, you gain inner strength. Every time you break them, you lose power. The strongest mind is built on integrity, doing what you said you would do, long after the feeling in which you said it has faded. Stop waiting for others to understand you. Stop explaining your vision to those who can't see it. Not everyone will grasp your level of determination or your hunger for transformation. That's because your vision was given to you, not to them. The world will not always applaud your growth. It may even resist it, because your evolution exposes others' stagnation. But you cannot dim your light to make others comfortable. The strong mind learns to walk alone, if necessary, fueled by inner fire, not external approval. When your goals stretch you to your limits, when the path feels lonely and uncertain, remind yourself that this is exactly where strength is born. Growth is not meant to feel safe. It's meant to challenge your limits until they break. The mind expands only through pressure. Every difficulty is mental resistance training, sculpting you into someone unstoppable. You are not being punished. You are being prepared. The strongest mind thrives in adversity. It doesn't crumble when things go wrong, it recalibrates. It doesn't drown in emotion. It observes emotion, learns from it, and redirects it. The weak mind says, "Why is this happening to me?" The strong mind says, "What is this teaching me?" One question weakens you, the other empowers you. Life will always reflect your dominant question. Ask better ones. Instead of, "Can I handle this?" say, "How can I handle this better?" That shift in focus rewires your brain for mastery. You must train yourself to be emotionally disciplined. Emotions are powerful servants but terrible masters. When they control you, you become reactive and unstable. But when you control them, you become magnetic and calm. The world bends to the energy of calm confidence. Learn to pause before reacting. In that pause lies your power. The stronger your awareness, in that gap between stimulus and response, the stronger your mind becomes. Every strong mindset begins with brutal honesty. You must face your weaknesses without denial, your habits without excuses, your fears without flinching. This self-honesty is uncomfortable, but it's the gateway to freedom. You can't change what you refuse to acknowledge. And once you expose your weakness to awareness, it loses its power over you. That's why the strong don't hide from their flaws. They confront them and transform them into strengths. You must also master consistency. The weak mind seeks intensity. The strong mind values consistency. Anyone can work hard for a day, a week, or a burst of motivation. But only the mentally strong can keep showing up day after day without visible reward. Consistency is the ultimate act of faith. It's saying, "I believe in my vision so much that I will work for it even when nothing seems to move." That mindset moves mountains. Learn to love the process more than the outcome. The outcome is a shadow. It only appears when the process is solid. When your mind becomes obsessed with growth, with mastery, with daily improvement, success becomes inevitable. You stop chasing results and start embodying them. The strongest mindset doesn't say, I'll feel good when I achieve it. It says, I'll feel good as I'm becoming it. Control your inner environment as fiercely as a king guards his kingdom. Don't allow every thought, every fear, every distraction to enter. You are the gatekeeper of your consciousness. Each day, visualize the mind you are building. Clear, focused, disciplined, unwavering. See yourself standing tall in the face of chaos, smiling in uncertainty, calm under pressure. The more vividly you imagine that version of yourself, the faster your mind rewires to match it. The strong mind also understands the value of patience. Patience is not waiting, it's trusting. It's knowing that everything you are doing is planting seeds, even if you can't yet see the sprout. Impatience weakens the mind because it stems from doubt. Patience strengthens it because it stems from faith. Every delay is an opportunity to deepen belief. The one who can remain patient while still acting with urgency has mastered the balance of creation. You must also learn to detach from outcomes. Detachment doesn't mean indifference, it means confidence. You do your best, and you release control over when and how the results appear. You trust the laws of the universe. You trust the timing of your effort. This is a rare kind of peace that only the strongest minds know. The ability to stay committed without clinging, focused without fear. Your inner dialogue determines your destiny. Every day you are hypnotizing yourself with your own words. Are you saying, I can't, or I will? Are you saying, it's too hard, or I'm stronger than this? Words carry vibration, and repetition imprints belief. Talk to yourself as you would to someone you are building into greatness. Because you are. Each time you affirm your strength, your subconscious begins to believe it, and soon your behavior follows. The strong mindset understands energy management. You have limited mental energy each day. Don't waste it on things that drain you. Stop arguing with people who don't want to understand. Stop revisiting memories that weaken you. Stop worrying about what you can't control. Direct your mental energy toward creation, learning, gratitude, and action. That is how you multiply power. Silence is a powerful ally. Spend time alone daily. In solitude, you confront your own mind. You notice the noise, the fears, the stories. That awareness is the beginning of control. Most people fear silence because they fear themselves. But silence is not emptiness, it's clarity. The strongest minds spend time in stillness, listening to the quiet voice of intuition beneath the chaos of thought. That voice guides you toward your highest path if you learn to listen. The strong mind knows how to let go. Let go of what you can't change. Let go of resentment, regret, jealousy, comparison. These emotions consume mental space. They drain energy that could be used for growth. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's power. It's saying, I refuse to carry poison inside me. Letting go makes room for creation. Be mindful of your self-image, because the mind will always act to stay consistent with it. If you see yourself as someone disciplined, you will act with discipline. If you see yourself as a victim, life will give you more reasons to confirm that belief. You must rebuild your self-image daily until it aligns with your highest potential. Speak your identity into existence until the world mirrors it back. To build the strongest mindset, you must master focus. Focus is your weapon. The world is full of noise designed to scatter your attention. But power lies in concentration. When you direct your full energy toward one purpose, everything else fades away. You move faster, think clearer, act decisively. The unfocused mind wastes its strength on 100 things. The focused mind channels it into one unstoppable being. Develop mental toughness by embracing uncertainty. The need for control is an illusion born from fear. Life will never give you full certainty, and that's a gift. It's uncertainty that keeps your faith alive, your growth active, and your intuition sharp. The strong mind doesn't demand to know every outcome. It trusts itself to handle whatever comes. That trust is unshakable strength. Remember that self-control is self-respect. Every time you discipline your impulses, you prove to yourself that you are in command. You build trust with your own mind. And once you trust yourself deeply, the world's chaos no longer shakes you. You move with quiet power, not noise. You don't need to prove anything, you embody it. The strong mind learns to see opportunity where others see struggle. It knows that every obstacle carries within it a hidden advantage. Every rejection hides redirection. Every ending carries a beginning. This is not naive positivity, it's perspective mastery. The strongest people are not those who avoid pain, but those who transform it into power. They don't wait for inspiration, they generate it through action. Discipline is the art of self-love in motion. When you keep promises to yourself, you are declaring, I am worthy of my own commitment. Each small act of consistency is a vote for the person you are becoming. The strong mind doesn't rely on luck. It relies on alignment. Every day align your thoughts, words, and actions with your purpose. Do this long enough and results become inevitable. You must stop negotiating with your excuses. The mind loves to justify weakness. It will tell you that tomorrow is better, that you've done enough, that no one's watching. But the strong mind doesn't need an audience. It needs only purpose. It acts not because it's easy, but because it's necessary. The moment you stop arguing with limitation, you begin living with power. Never underestimate the power of gratitude. Gratitude is mental alchemy. It turns what you have into enough and more. A grateful mind is never weak because it sees abundance where others see lack. Each day, focus on what's working, what's improving, what's growing. This shifts your vibration from fear to faith, from doubt to confidence. The strong mind chooses gratitude even in hardship because it knows that gratitude multiplies blessings. You will know your mind is becoming strong when peace becomes your default state, when chaos doesn't pull you into reaction, when criticism no longer triggers insecurity, when fear rises and you smile because you've seen it before, when your focus remains unbroken, your purpose unshaken, your belief unbent. That is the mark of mastery, not the absence of challenge, but the presence of unwavering calm. The strongest mind moves through the world with quiet certainty. It doesn't need to announce, it radiates. It doesn't seek attention, it commands it naturally. Because true power doesn't scream, it vibrates. You can feel it in those who have conquered themselves. Their presence changes rooms. Their energy speaks louder than their words. That is the ultimate reward of mental strength. Inner peace so profound that the external no longer controls you. Every thought, every action, every discipline you practice is a brick in the empire of your mind. And as you build it, you'll notice something miraculous. Life begins to mirror your inner state. Opportunities appear. People align. Circumstances rearrange. Because the outer world is always following the inner command. And so, keep building. Keep choosing strength when weakness whispers. Keep walking when the path feels endless. Keep believing when nothing makes sense. because the one who has mastered the mind has already mastered life itself. And now, understand this deeply. The power you seek has never been outside you. It was always within, waiting for you to rise, waiting for you to choose strength over comfort, purpose over pleasure, mastery over mediocrity. The world bends for the mind that refuses to break. Life obeys the one who commands it through unwavering belief. You were not born to bow to circumstance, you were born to rule over it. Every thought you discipline, every emotion you master, every moment you persist. You are building an empire within. So stand tall in your truth. Walk as one who knows that no obstacle can outlast your will, no darkness can dim your vision, and no failure can define your destiny. You are the creator, not the victim. You are the cause, not the effect. You are the force that shapes the unseen into reality. The moment you decide to think as the strongest, you become unstoppable. Let the world test you. It only proves your power. Let fear challenge you. It only sharpens your focus. Let life stretch you. It only expands your capacity. Because when your mind becomes stronger than anything you face, everything you face becomes fuel for your evolution. The universe moves for those who have conquered themselves. So force yourself, yes, force yourself to become that person who cannot be shaken, who cannot be broken, who cannot be defeated. Build your mind so strong that doubt flees at your presence, that fear dissolves at your command, and that every limitation bows before your belief. For the one who rules the mind rules the world.